So look, on Instagram, people have been hitting me up and they was like, "Hey, Pap, I'm getting ready to leave for the Air Force on X amount of day. Can you give me some advice before I leave?" And I was like, "I got all the advice on the chat already." But then I was like, "Let me give them an in-depth video full of advice." So I have a list that I'm looking at. It has 18 topics that I'm gonna break down for y'all, so you can know what to look forward to for your military career. And if I don't answer all your questions, in which I hope I do, I'll make a part two. You know what I'm saying? So after this video, if you need some more, just comment part two and I got you. And only thing I ask, if you just share and like the video. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. First things first, let me give y'all like a little backstory of who I am. I am Pappy. You know, I did 6 years in the world's greatest Air Force. The world's greatest Air Force. I was security forces. I was stationed at Dover, Delaware. And during my time as security forces, I was able to become Raven, a Phoenix Raven, which I would talk about within this video. So uh, I think people like to come to me for advice for the Air Force in general is because I am a black man and I experienced the military from a black man's perspective. You know, I went in at 19, came out at 25, so I did 6 years. So, uh, traveled all over the world, made money, had my fun, got out. Now I'm in school. So that's who I am. But this ain't about me. This is about y'all. And first things first, the first topic is before you join. Okay, that's what I called it. Before you join. And what I want y'all to know or remember throughout this process is know why you're joining. Listen, you don't have to be the most patriotic person to join. If you're a person that just want to get a new car, get a house, go to school, anything benefits wise, you could do that. That's fine. That's fine. Ain't nobody gonna judge you for that because that's what I did. I joined because I didn't want to go to school, but I also didn't want to stay at the crib at my mama house. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to use the military to, grow me up, of course, grow me up. But I'm also getting life skills and stuff so I can use on the outside world for when I separate. Because from the jump, I knew that I was not doing more than 6 years. I was one and done. And it's okay to be one and done. All right. So know why you're joining. Don't let anyone pressure you into enlisting. If you're on the fence, cool, be on the fence. But recruiters, families, and friends and other veterans, sometimes they like to try to push you off the cliff. And if you ain't ready to be pushed, then you know what I'm saying. Don't let them influence you, because what you don't want to do is join before you're ready to, because you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, the next thing I want y'all to know is understand that you are signing a contract, a legal government contract. You know what I'm saying? And when you sign that contract and raise that hand up to swear in, you are aware that you may potentially have to do some military shit. Pat, what's military shit? You may have to pew pew somebody. You may have to go do something you don't want to do, fighting and all that. But you are aware of that when you sign that contract. All right, so be mindful of that. Now, do we want to do that? No, hell no. I had to do some real stuff, but luckily I was able to come home. The end goal of the military is to come home. Now, this ain't even on my list. I'm in my flow state. But the end game of the military is to come home and use the military as a stepping stool to get to where you want to go on the outside world. Okay. The next one, within, leaving, Read every document before signing it. Understand what you're signing. Okay? If it's not in writing, it's not promised to you, or you're not getting it. For an example, if you think you finna be stationed in Texas because you're from Texas, no. Now, if it's in writing, then they gotta honor that. If you're supposed to have this one job, make sure it's in your contract. Okay. Next thing, research the Air Force beyond what I tell you and what recruiters tell you. Make sure it's a fit. Yeah, I can tell you the Air Force is the best branch, but you may not want that. It might not be a good fit for you. And as crazy as it sounds, the Air Force is not a fit for everybody. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So take what I say with a grain of salt. Take what other veterans say with a grain of salt, and take what your recruiters say with a grain of salt, and do your own research. All right. So that was before you joined. That was that little situation or section. The next section is choosing your job. All right. And the first bullet point I want to talk about is your AFSC, which is your job, will have a bigger impact than the branch itself. And what that means is your job is gonna dictate how your military career is going to go. So make sure you pick what you actually want to do, what you see yourself doing after the fact. After the fact meaning the military. Because if you pick a job, just pick a job, you're gonna hate it. If you know you don't want to be a cop, don't be security forces. Hell, if you don't pick a job just to leave fast. Because security forces, they're gonna take you over arms. They're gonna come on, you can lead them all with security forces. That's what they're gonna tell you. But if you know deep down inside you're not gonna like that job, you're gonna hate being in the military. That enlistment is gonna be long and slow. You know what I'm saying? The next one, don't choose a job based only on the name. If it sound cool, do your research. Well, don't do your research on jobs just because the name sound cool. Security forces sounds cool, but it ain't cool. It's not a bad job, but if that's not what you're really trying to do, don't do it, fool. Don't do it. Within like researching your job, learn the day to day of what comes with their job. Because you may not want to do that shit. Honestly. You're gonna be at the gate. You're gonna be at the gate. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get some patrol time and all the other stuff, but 9 times out of 10, new airmen, you're gonna be at that gate, big dog. You're gonna be at that gate. Within researching your jobs, think about the civilian career field opportunities afterwards. So with me, with my background being security forces, I could easily be a Dallas Police Department officer. But do I want to be that? No, absolutely the fuck not. No, sir. I never really want to be a cop anyway. I went against my own advice when I'm telling y'all. I didn't research security forces. My recruiter made it sound cool. She showed me a little video, so I'm like, all right, bet, let's do it. And I can leave soon too. And I got a $2,000 bonus. Run me that and let's go. Just young and dumb. Don't be like me. Be better than me. Okay? Also, if there is a job that you really want, wait for it. Wait for it to open up. If you're not in a rush to leave, shit, just chill and wait for that job to open up. Because there's going to be instances to where you'd be like, what's this, July right now? Your recruiter be like, I'm trying to get you in, but the job you want, it ain't available until December. But we do have these jobs based off your ASVAB that's ready to go right now. If that's not the job you're not trying to do, don't take it. Do not take it. Okay? Be patient for what you want. Wait for what you want. Okay? The next thing is the ASVAB. Probably the most important part and the hardest part of the enlistment process. It goes without saying, but study before taking it. I don't care how smart you thought you was in high school. If you haven't brushed up on it, fool, it's gonna surprise you because it's math, it's reading, it's science, it's mechanical shit, it's electrical shit, it's all types of stuff on that test. And so, if I'm not mistaken, you need a 50 or higher to even be considered for the Air Force. So the higher the ASVAB score, you know, the the more jobs that you qualify for. So study for the test. Do not wing it. Do not wing it. 1 hour a day. Okay. So if you are scheduled to take your test a month from now, August 21st, every day, 1 hour a day, study for that test. Focus on the things that you're struggling in, and then brush up on the stuff that you know that you cool on. You know what I'm saying? Next thing, well, I kind of spoke on it, but aim for the highest score possible. I think it's like a 99 or 100. Now, 100 on the ASVAB is not the same as 100 in high school. If you make 100, boy, you the smartest MF in the Air Force or in the military, and you qualify for every job. You qualify for everything. So try to be the person that has a nice list of jobs to choose from. And so that means get the highest score possible. Okay? A better score opens up more career fields. Okay? And listen, if you're not satisfied with your score, you can retake it. Okay? If you made a 75, but the job you want, it requires an 80, retake it. Retake it. Because now you know what to expect with the ASVAB. You know what I'm saying? And you can study some more stuff and get better in this situation, or not situation, this section of the test rather than that section, because it's like 4, 5, 6 sections that make up your score. Okay. So when you get your score sheet back, let's just say your mechanical was like your lowest score. You can take that and go back to drawing board to your study material, study some more mechanical stuff, and brush up on the other stuff and retake the test. I think you got 30 days to retake it and try to get a higher score. Nothing wrong with retaking the ASVAB. I took it 4 times. I took it 4 times. So there's that. Now, we got that boring stuff out the way. Let's talk about basic military training. Boot camp. A lot of people overthink it. And I'm going to tell you right now, Air Force BMT is the sweetest. The sweetest boot camp of all the branches. And it's the shortest. It's 7.5 weeks. Barely 2 months. Barely 2 months. It's really it's a summer camp basically. 2 month old, 2 month old, 2 month long summer camp. Okay, and it's all a mind game. You know what I'm saying? Learn to follow directions immediately. If not, you're gonna get smoked, and you're gonna become one of the most hated in your flight if you don't follow directions. Paying attention to detail. You learn what that is when you get there. Okay, because if you don't pay attention to detail, you gonna get smoked, and getting smoked ain't number PT. It's just PT. Okay, y'all are a team. It's gonna be 40, 50 y'all, maybe 60, but all y'all not gonna make it through. Some of y'all gonna get hurt. Some of y'all gonna get washed back. Some or whatever case may be. But it's gonna be about 40, 50 y'all. Y'all are one team with one goal, and that's to graduate and get up out of there and go to test school. So teamwork makes the dream work. So if you see somebody lacking in something, bro, give them a little encouragement or help them out so y'all can accomplish the goal. There is no need to be selfish in boot camp, bro. No need at all. Okay? Stay humble and keep your mouth shut when appropriate. Do I need to repeat myself? Stay humble and keep your mouth shut when appropriate. some people become uh noticeable loud to the TI, and you don't want to be noticeable to the TI because they gonna call you for everything. You never want to be. You want to fly under the radar within these 7.5 weeks, and it's easy. Just do what you're told and shut the hell up. Don't take the yelling personally because y'all ain't been yelled at before. Now, oh, okay. Let me take that back. Because when I went through, some people ain't never been yelled at before. Now if you black, bro, you play sports, you'd have been yelled at before. But I'm telling you, don't take it personal. Those 7.5 weeks is an annoying mind game. I promise you. So basic should be your least of your concerns. Now, when it comes to PT within basic, if you come in out of shape, you gonna struggle. I'm not gonna lie. But if you was an athlete of some sort, bro, you should be fine. You should be fine. I think my hardest part for me was running because I don't like running. I can run, I just don't like running. So you're gonna learn how to run. You're gonna learn how to you're gonna get stronger with push-ups. You're gonna get stronger through sit-ups because you got 7.5 weeks to get stronger. So you mean tell me if you work out for 2 months, you ain't gonna get stronger? Same thing applies for Air Force BMT. Okay. Also with Air Force BMT, be prepared to be tired for 7.5 weeks. The bullshit starts early. Every day. 0445. If they ain't changed it. So yeah. It gets stupid for like the schedule and stuff. Now, tech school. Depending on where your job is, it can vary from like a month to 3 months. Or longer. Security forces are 3 months unless they change it. Alright. Your military career has already started when you get to tech school. Okay, this is where you learn your job, how to do your job, the ins and out, and this and that. Now in tech school, it's like college, bro. It's like college. Basic is high school, and tech school is your freshman year of college. So with you being like chained up and not chained up, but under so much like supervision from your TIs, it's a little relaxed in tech school. You know what I'm saying? You get to converse more with your wing man. You get to talk to the girls, or ladies, you get to talk to the fellas. You it's a little bit more relaxed. But with more relaxation comes more drama and trouble because you're going to experience people that's never been away from home or that was sheltered their whole life. So this freedom's gonna shock them or shock you if you ain't ready for it. So if you can help it, bro, stay away from the drama and keep it in your pants, bro. Ladies, close your legs. I, and if you just gotta like indulge in that, bro, get a room. Do not go to that woman dorm, and ladies, do not go to that main dorm. Go get a room when it's time for you to get when you get your off base privileges. At no point should you be having sex in a porta potty. You are not that damn horny. The stories I've been hearing, low key disgusting. Y'all something else. Uh, Within tech school, you have parties. You get to go off base, but that's where the real trouble is at. If you're not careful, if you know you can't drink, bro, don't indulge in it. If you can't handle it, don't indulge in it because, especially like if your tech school is in Lackland, San Antonio. San Antonio is a military town, military city. So even if you go off base, you really truly never know who you around. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be easy to tell who you are because y'all gonna be having a buzz cut and bald face. Cause y'all running around all through the city. So it's gonna be easy to spot you. So you could be out in the bar partying whole time. There's a whole sergeant in the bar too. And he just looking. So don't be doing anything you ain't got no business doing, fool. That partying, listen, imagine doing everything you need to do to join the military. And you get sent home because you got in trouble for partying. I'm going to laugh at you. I'm not going to feel sorry for you because you dumb. That's dumb to me. That's a poor decision. But it happens though. It happens. And it happened to me. It's gonna happen to some of y'all, but that's why I'm telling y'all, just cool. Be cool. Act like you've been somewhere before. Act like you had this freedom before, even if you haven't. Alright? Build good habits early. Wake up and study, wake up, go to the gym. Just wake up early, period. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help you when you get to your first base. Which that was a perfect segue. Now we talking about the first duty station. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, you may not get your dream location. I forget when you fill the dream sheet out. I don't know if it's like with the recruiter or at basic or sometime in test school. I forgot when you fill it out, but at some point you do fill it out, and you put like 10 stateside, 5 overseas bases. You may not get now one up. I know I didn't. I was supposed to get at first. I was supposed to go to Minot, North Dakota. Dude, it looked like I put Minot, North Dakota on my dream sheet. Absolutely the fuck not. I am from Texas, but I got disqualified and I ended up at Dover, Delaware. Do it look like I put Dover, Delaware on my dream sheet? No, absolutely the fuck not. So be prepared to not get what you dreamed of, but it's possible. You can get a ace that's on your dream sheet. So make sure when you fill it out that it's 10 or however many spots that it is. It's 10 places you wouldn't mind serving. All right. Every base has a pro and a con. Okay. One of the pros for Dover Air Force Base, Delaware, is it's on the East Coast. So I'm next to Philly. I'm next to New York. I'm next to DC. So if I don't want to be in Delaware for the weekend, I can go to one of them states. You feel me? Now, one of the cons of Dover Air Force Base, it's a small ass base. A small ass base. And some bases are born, but some bases are lit. So I can't really give too much on the base side because I was only stationed at one base my whole time. So when you get to your first duty station, don't be a person that's always in a dorm. Okay, get out and experience and explore instead of staying in your room, fool. Don't be a hermit. Get uncomfortable. Go make friends. You can't say this shit boring if you ain't getting out to try to like see what you like to do or make new friends or try new foods or exploring these different cities and states. Like, bro, go out and see what's around you. Okay? And then with that, find positive people to surround yourself with because it's some people that you shouldn't be cool with in the military. And you need to stay away from them because they could be a bad influence on your career. So get around like-minded people. If you don't like to be around loud, rowdy people, don't surround yourself with that. There is a person that's like you in the military. Okay? Now, let's talk about money. You are not rich. You are not making life-changing money unless you are like a flyer, meaning you go on hella TDYs or this and that. Like me, I was a Phoenix Raven, so I was getting the TDY money plus my paychecks. But I'll talk about Raven in a little bit. if you can. It's called a TSP. Put money in there off rip. Start with 10%. Start with 10% every paycheck. So for an example, if your check every first and 15th is 1,500, 10% of that is 150, right? Right? So 150 between two paychecks is $300. So if you saving $300 per month for your whole career, you gonna have a nice little lump sum in your TSP. And TSP ain't nothing like it's like a 401k for the military. It then depending on like what job you get or career you get after the military, your TSP can roll over into like the job's 401k or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So I wish I would have took advantage and put more money into the TSP. And I only said like 10% just to give an example. And you won't even like feel the money come out. You don't even know it's you that you're missing 150 because it's just gone. It's gone. Uh do not make the mistake of buying a new vehicle when you get to your first base. So it is 2026. So of course 2026 vehicles are out and they probably rolling out 2027 vehicles. Bro, like I said, you're not rich. You're not rich. You would not be able to afford that vehicle comfortably as a new airman that's living in the dorms. Them 3, 4, $500 car notes, it's a thing of the past. It's like 600 and up. And that's without insurance. That's without gas. That's without maintenance. And so you might have a phone bill here and there. You might have some little small bills, but bruh, you gotta have money to live. You can't eat your car. You can't have fun in your car. So what you need to do is get you a little A to B car. Now listen, this is what I did. I had a 2010, I believe, Chevy Impala with the ticking noise. You know, so that was the car I had before I left the military. So once I graduated test school, I went home, got my car, and I drove to Delaware. And that was my car until it gave out on me. They could not fix the power steering to save it was just done for. So that's when I got a Camaro. That motherfucker was bad too. It was Inferno orange. I put some black rims in that, some 22s on that bit. That tough, tough. Good miles, one owner, still had warranty. But I didn't get a new vehicle. I think like a 2 or 3 year old vehicle at the time. So if you just gotta buy a vehicle, I would suggest buy a cash car or shit. Go through your credit union. You know what I'm saying? Get you a Navy Federal or USAA. Get pre-approved through them. They gonna cut you a check and you take that check to the dealership, pick out the car you want, and you pay the bank back instead of the in-house financing that be at the dealerships. Okay? These dealerships know that you're military. So they gonna make it sound real sweet for you. They gonna offer you all types of good deals and this and that. Because y'all sweet lick. So take that check from your bank and go goddamn get your vehicle. But for the love of God, do not get no new vehicle. You can't afford it. Wait till you make rank and move out the dorms. Okay? Build an emergency fund. So you got the TSP. You should also have, like your regular savings, and then you should have like a rainy day type fund. You know what I'm saying? So let's just say you got to replace all 4 tires. Y'all know tires ain't cheap, but over the time you've been putting away money for a rainy day. Now sometimes you'll put some money away for a rainy day and it start raining the same day. I swear, fool. But where where most new airmen go wrong at, but they spending too much. They not aware of the money that they have. They spend before they get it. Stay away from the credit cards, bro. If you can help, if you're not responsible, stay away from the credit cards, bro. Because like I said, you military, you a sweet lick. They gonna offer you a $10,000 credit limit off the rip with a high ass interest rate. Now, if you're gonna do a credit card, bro, get one that you can comfortably pay back every month. So whether that's 300, 500, $1,000, I just say $1,000 is a good safe starting credit limit. Anything else and you bad with money, that's tough. So just stay away from it until you get more financially responsible. You gonna need to learn how the military pay work, the BAH and the BAS. You gonna see there's a thing called a LES. It's your leave earning statement. It's like your pay stub, your paycheck stub. So you'll see how your money is broken down to you, and all that good stuff. Learn that so you can know what's going on with your finances. BAH is your rent money. If you live in dorms, you don't get BAH. BAS is grocery money. If you live in dorms, you're not getting BAS either. Now, when you move off base, that's when you start getting some real money because you're getting the paycheck plus your rent plus your BAS. BAS. Now, one of the cheat codes is keeping some money in pockets, getting roommates. If you can't help it, then I understand. But nigga, I had two houses during my time. The first house, it was three of us, and the second house, it was four of us. Bills split in 3, 4 ways. And bills, the economy like wasn't like the economy wasn't what it is now. So the house rent was like 1,200. What's 12 divided by 3? That's 400. 4, 8, 12. And then you paying water, Wi-Fi, electric, bro. You spend all that down the middle, so that keep a lot of money in your pocket. You buy your own food for the house. Unless y'all have like a party or cookout, then y'all go in together. But for the most part, bro, get you some roommates. That's how you keep money in your pocket. All right. And last thing, when it comes to money, bro, live below your means. Live below your means until you're comfortable with your finances, food. That's gonna save you throughout your career. You feel me? Next thing, this is important. Your physical and mental health. Stay in shape all year round. Don't just don't just get in shape when it's time for your PT test because you putting your a lot of stress on your body to make sure that you get a 90 or above on your PT test. But if you go to the gym every day or 5 times a week, you should be straight. And then your PT test come around, you pass with flying colors. There should be no reason uh to not score a 90 or above your PT test and you're young. I was a person that did my PT test hungover each time in the code, 90 or above. So if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Do not ignore the injuries that you get or do not self medicate. Go to medical. Go to medical. I don't care if nobody or I don't care if anybody makes fun of you for going to medical all the time. It's gonna pay off in the long run because you're gonna need that documentation for your VA disability. But we're not gonna talk about that in this video because y'all got a long way to go before y'all get there. So each medical goddamn visit is documentation, and you would need that. I kind of just said, it says go to medical when something's wrong. That's the same thing I just said. Uh, next thing is protect your mental health. Listen, we are different. We are in different times right now. Mental health is, I would say that they giving more attention to mental health in military because you know this military world it's a little different world than what you're used to than from the civilian side. So go talk to somebody. Don't bottle it up. Don't turn to the bottle. Because, but some of y'all will. I did because you're gonna think you too macho to talk to anybody. Man, going to therapy will be your best friend, and it will help you, and you will thank yourself for going to therapy. Asking for help isn't a weakness. It's a sign of maturity and strength. Don't ever think you too cool for help. Everybody needs help. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs somebody to talk to and hear them out. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go get into leadership. Boy, this video 35 minutes long. Shit. Leadership. I want y'all to understand that you will have or you will work for great leaders and terrible leaders. If it says on terrible. If it sits on terrible. Some of the terrible leaders are people that was weenies in high school. They ain't get no love. They ain't get no action from the ladies. So that uniform, it gives them like this superhero cape, and so they feel like they could talk to you and handle you any kind of way. There's no way around it. There's no way around it, fool. But what you can do from the good and bad leaders is you can learn from both. You can learn from both. The good leaders tell you how to take care of your troops. The bad leaders show you how not to take care of your troops or like how not to handle your troops. Because at the end of the day, bro, y'all all grown humans. Y'all are humans, grown adults. You put that uniform every day, just like the other person. That uniform don't come with no superpowers. You are not nobody special with that uniform. I mean, go and tell you that right now. I don't care what rank you is. At the end of the day, you are still that person, that name on your name tag, the name your mama and your daddy gave you. Nothing more, nothing less. Even when you get out, nobody cares what type of sergeant you was, all these awards, because civilian and military are two different worlds, fool. So just be cool. Just be cool. Don't and I also want to tell y'all, don't let one bad supervisor ruin your outlook on the whole military because everybody's not like that. Now in these times, the people that I went to military with, they are the leaders, they the supervisors, they the higher ups. So some of y'all may be in good hands, but some of y'all, I'ma pray for you. You know what I'm saying? And last thing about leadership, bro, your reputation follows you. So if you are a bad troop, a bad airman, and you get orders, just know the people at your next base, they already know, they already got the 411 on you. They already got the scouting report on you. You know what I'm saying? So wake up, go to work, do your job, and go home, fool. Stay out of the bullshit. Stay out of trouble. This is not the streets. This ain't the hood, fool. These people will handle you with paperwork, and paperwork sticks. So to navigate through all that, bro, just be cool. Now you will have some people that try you, and you gotta handle it the way you gotta handle it. But man, don't be out here looking for trouble because you will find it. You will find it. Let's talk about relationships. Listen, this first point is very important. I put don't rush into marriage for extra money. Pat, what you mean by that? Listen, some of y'all gonna be in the dorms. Some of y'all gonna meet a chick and y'all gonna agree to get married so y'all can get that BAH, that BAS, so you can move off base. Do not do that. Cause that can turn ugly real fast. I don't care what type of agreement y'all got. If y'all don't really like each other, love each other, bro, don't do it. Just ride it out in the dorms, fool. Like the dorms is cool. The dorms is cool. You know what I'm saying? And it's only temporarily. It's the dorms are there to help you grow up as a person. Cause some of y'all ain't never been on your own before. So the dorms is the perfect little setup until you're able to, make rank and show maturity and then get out base. You know what I'm saying? Choose your friends carefully. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody ain't got uh, the best interest for you in the service, fool. You gonna see people do some ungodly stuff for rank and recognition and awards, fool. It's really disgusting. It's really disgusting. So you gonna see a lot of ass kissing, and it's just wild. It's just wild. When it's your time to shine, bro, you just let it happen organically. I should say. Do not be the sergeant's pet. Okay. Uh, and again, stay away from unnecessary drama, fool. Stay away from unnecessary drama, and be careful who you trust. 'Cause like I said, everybody wasn't raised the same, fool. Everybody don't have the same morals that your parents gave you. Is all different walks of life under one umbrella in the military. You know what I'm saying? So you got people from the states, you got people from different cultures and overseas, and sometimes this don't align, and that's fine. Okay. Now for the people that want to get into education and career growth, there are options for that. You want to go to school? Got this thing called TA, tuition assistance. That means you can go to school while you're serving. Now, contrary to belief, bro, you do get downtime in the active duty side of the military. You probably whatever shift you work with, 8 hour shift or 12 hour shift, you go home, you do what you do, and go back to work the next day. So when you get off work, do your school work. Now, you're not finna get like a whole course load like you is in college. You might get like 1 or 2 classes, and then your supervisor got to approve the other classes if I'm remembering the process right. And so yeah, there's time for you to do your schoolwork. Okay, bro, earn or get as many of the free certifications that the Air Force have to offer, especially if it's within your career field, fool. If you in IT, bro, get all the IT certifications that you can, because that's gonna help you on the outside world. You know what I'm saying? And shit, if you do it right, you could finish college while serving. You get an associate's, you get a bachelor's, you get a master's, a PhD. It's possible. You gotta lock in though, you know? And then when it's time to separate, well, I'll say this: build your resume as your career progresses. You know what I'm saying? Then when it's time to separate, you take out all the fluff and just get all the important stuff on that resume, because your resume should only be 1 page. But that's neither here nor there. All right, network with people outside your career field, because you may change career paths. You may I think it's called Palace Chase. No, not Palace Chase. Uh, damn, when you switch career fields, it's I can't think of it, but at some point, let's just say you don't want to be cross training. It's called cross training. Let's just say you security forces, you don't like it. You could put in for a cross training package and choose another job. So if you cool with somebody in IT, they can give you the scoop of 401 and this and that. So networking outside your career field is important, because you just never know when you're gonna meet that person. You feel me? We going strong though. We going strong. Next thing, opportunities. Volunteer for opportunities that help your career. I didn't do this because I didn't give a damn, but volunteer does help, because you networking. You know what I'm saying? You never know who you're gonna run into. You know, consider doing special duties if they interest you. You know what I'm saying? Because it can help you travel and see the world. And that's one of the things I want to do with my military career anyway. I want to travel and see the world, and I was able to do that. I was able to go to 5 of the 7 continents, bro. Like, I touched hella countries. So yeah, do that. Also, bro, take leave, fool. Don't be that person that do a whole enlistment and don't get a break from it, because you gonna need a break. Everybody needs a break from what they do 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Now, the good side of not taking leave is when it's time to separate, you have all this leave day. But not really, because each month, each year, you do have use or lose days. So if you don't use them, you lose them. So take your leave, big dog. Take your leave. Now let's talk about the mistakes that ends careers, fool. DUIs. DUIs is a very, bro, they don't play. I'm gonna keep it simple. They do not play. Y'all would have whole briefing CBTs or computer based trainings about this shit. They do not play. So if you drunk, bro, stay where you at. Go crash somewhere or get a Uber. Get a Uber. Because the worst, they don't play about DUIs. They don't play. Another thing they don't play about is underage drinking. Ooh, shit. DUIs and underage drinking, boy, they'll kick you out for that. On God. Especially the airport, but they don't play. Drug use, but they don't play. You do get piss tests randomly throughout your time. So don't go on leave and be stupid. Don't go on leave and be stupid. Another thing that's like relevant now, social media. Get on social media plan if you want to. Listen, I'm all for social media, but there's a way to do things. If you want to be a military content creator, you can do that. But please, for the love of God, bro, get out the uniform. Don't make no videos uniform, bro. Your name and rank and branches on that. Come on, fool. Be smart about it. Another thing, financial irresponsibility. They would kick you out for that. Being late and unreliable. They would kick you out for that. Thinking the rules don't apply to you. Thinking you bigger than the program. They would kick you out and show you why you ain't the bigger than the program. The military is the program, big dog, and you are not bigger than that. Nobody is. Not me, not you, not the people before me, not the people before you. Nobody is. They better go plan and lock in. Now here's what nobody told me, fool. Military life involves a lot of waiting. You gonna learn this quote, and it's not a quote, it's a saying. Hurry up and wait. They'll rush you. You know what I'm saying? Hey, get here for an appointment, and the appointment don't start till 2 hours later. And you just sitting around twiddling your thumbs. But that's the military for you. Some days are incredibly boring, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's not just shoot 'em up, bang bang, training. No. Some days are sitting at the computer all day, every day. It's tough sometimes. You're going to miss holidays, family events, birthdays, funerals, celebrations, graduations, and you can't do nothing about it. When you swore in, you signed that contract, you was aware of that. And if you didn't know, now you know. You're welcome. You're going to do things that don't make sense. You're going to do things that don't make sense. And you could question it to a certain extent, but not really. You know how your kids ask you, you tell your kids do something, and they be like, why? You can't be like, why, the military, fool? You gotta shut up and color. You know what I'm saying? Also, the friendships that you make, they can last a lifetime, fool. And they start early, fool, in like basic and tech school. Like, I'm still cool with people I went to basic with. It's only like 3 or 4 of them. Tech school, not so many, because tech school is always been a blur for me. But your first base, bro, you gonna be some people that's gonna become a family because y'all all in the same boat, embracing the suck together. struggling together. The people that you rock with, they gonna see you at your lowest and see you at your highest. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a few things that, you know, nobody told me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all, so you're welcome. All right. Now let's talk about security forces for some of y'all. The long shifts are normal. Most bases are in 12s. So, but a 12-hour shift is different in security forces. It's really like a 14-hour shift because you got to get there early to arm up. You got to get there 2 hours prior to arm up and do guard mount. Guard mount's like a little meeting, like a little briefing before you go out to your shift. You know what I'm saying? What to expect for the day. Do this, don't do that, and this and that. They're long, fool. You're going to work the gate. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to work the gate. The rotating schedules can wear you out too. Pat, what's that? For an example, it was 4 on, 2 off. I mean, you're working 4 days, you off 2 days. So you may work Monday through Thursday and off Friday, Saturday. And then you go, then your next 4 days is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then your next days is Thursday and Friday off. So that inconsistent like off schedule or off time is or off days is very inconsistent. So be prepared for that. Listen, the weather does not stop the mission. You're gonna be out there in the weather. I mean, rain, sleet, or snow, and 20 below. Put your cold weather gear on. Some days are exciting, but most are routine and boring. If you don't like how this is sounding, you better pick another job. And last but not least, the job can take a mental toll on you if you don't take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself. But security forces is not bad, bro. I know it get a negative stigma, but it's cool. Especially if you know how to play the game. All right. Now let's talk about Phoenix Raven because some of y'all gonna get lucky. All right. But let me tell you, it's not guaranteed. You gotta be at one of those 7 bases. You gotta be at Dover, Charleston, Travis, McGuire, McDill, and I can't remember the last one. But even if you're at one of those bases, you still gotta try out. You still gotta go through pre-Raven. You gotta pass that and then make it through Raven school and pass that. If you're able to do it, I would recommend doing it. But you gotta be a dog. I don't care how much you lived in high school or how much you bench right now. It don't matter. It's all about calisthenics. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. It's about who's the fittest and the strongest mentally. This is what gonna get worked out the most during that time. Because when your body is hurting, your brain is telling you like, hey, we got this. Remember your why. X, Y, and Z. You know what I'm saying? You also have to be ready to sacrifice comfort for the opportunity. Bro, it's a very uncomfortable situation. You know what I'm saying? The training is rigorous. It's tough, G. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's tough. You know what I'm saying? The travel is real, bro. You gon' go to some dope places, but so is the responsibility, bro. You sometimes you're gonna be in charge of making sure the generals are safe. You know what I'm saying? So, but Phoenix Raven is cool. Look into that. All right. Now I think we are ending near. Yeah, we're near the end. Okay. Okay. Cool. Uh, I'm gonna skip preparing for civilian life because that could be like a part 2 or something. The biggest lessons I learned, bro. Nobody cares about your career more than you. So the way your career turns out is based on you. So if you a person that wake up, go to work, don't volunteer, don't go to school, don't do nothing, that's on you, fool. You grown. So shit, if you want to take steps to advance your career, you That's on you. You know what I'm saying? The comparison will make you miserable, fool. Don't look at somebody else and like, damn, he or she got this. Why I ain't got that? Or why? Everybody has a turn to thrive in the service, bro. You know what I'm saying? What I will say is that the Air Force gives you a lot of opportunities, but not guarantees. So be prepared for that. You know, your attitude affects your experience. Okay. And one thing I want to tell y'all, bro, the time goes by faster than you think. Because look at it, like your first year, you in basic and test school. And so by the time you get to your first base, you're already 1 year down. And time flies, you having fun. You're gonna have some fun in the service, fool. And then next thing you know, you 10 months out from separating or deciding if you're gonna re-enlist or not. So it definitely flies. Okay. Some of y'all are young. Some of y'all are joining young, like me. I joined at 19. So the choices you make at 19, 20, 21 to 2 is going to affect you the next 20 years after you separate. So listen, this video is 56 minutes long. I hope I gave y'all everything that y'all needed, bruh. My mouth dry as hell. uh, but if y'all need a part two, bruh, man, let me know. Let me know because I didn't even get to talk about the women. You know, matter of fact, let's talk about them real quick. Let's make it an hour-long video. Fuck it. Fuck it. Be careful dating within the workplace. Cause the breakups can make work miserable, fool. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you end up marrying that girl. Ooh, woo, ooh, woo. Get a woman that supports your goals in your career. Don't just get a girl because she look good. There's a time and place for. Let me say, you can find love in military, but sometimes that ain't what it is. You just having fun with the ladies, or ladies, you just having fun with them. You know what I'm saying? I would also say don't be a victim of tricking off on this person that you meet in military. You know what I mean? Y'all, some of y'all gonna be the same rate. Y'all make the same amount of money. So shit. Why am I tricking off on you? I ain't rich. Neither are you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be cautious of people who are more interested in your benefits than you. And I'm talking about the civilians. Some of y'all are not going to get a military girlfriend. Y'all gonna get a civilian girlfriend or a civilian boyfriend. And being with a active duty military personnel is a lick. If I'm just keeping it real. And some of these civilians know that. So shit. Be mindful. Be mindful. Learn how to recognize unhealthy and toxic relationships early. If you just trying to clap cheeks, cool. 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 Protect your reputation, big dog. Protect your reputation, big dog. Because personal drama, relationship drama, that shit travel fast. It spreads fast in military, food. And you could be a person that try to keep everything on the low, but somehow it just gets out, fool. It just gets out. You know what I'm saying? Now, although I say a lot of bad stuff, like a good relationship can make your enlistment so much easier. You know what I'm saying? A bad one can become one of your biggest sources of stress, though. So, do what you will with this information, fool. And like I said, if y'all need a part two, man, let me know. And I got y'all. And like I said, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, bro. Comment, comment something. This was for y'all. So I appreciate all the love, support. And if you rocked with me, you watch this whole video, fool, I fuck with you. So Let me go and stop talking, and I'll check y'all the next one, fool.